times he playing himself.
Wow. Welcome to Nerd Talk. Here we'll find out what Bree is wiggling and if Mike's computer's going to shit the bed or not.
It's on still. We're good.
Kind of. Everything kind of stopped moving for a second on the screen. I'm just kind of like, oh, is this where it dies? Is this the gong?
Hi, Eddie. Eddie's watching already.
Dun, 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 dun. Hey, look, Michael invited me to watch a video. Who wants to watch that? Only cool kids. That's the answer.
Obviously.
And I guess the losers could watch
cool
too
kids.
because.
Oh, Mike's watching.
So that means Hunter should be watching.
Hunter, Danny, all y'all, Molly, all y'all need to be in here. Anybody who.
Oh, I sent the link to the group chat to Molly.
Oh, perfect. So she can.
She has no excuse not to.
I mean, she's working, so I mean that's kind of.
Yeah,
an
she probably
excuse.
is.
Yeah, that's
Wait, no, she
Hairstylist.
don't work on Friday nights because she normally comes.
She just sent us a picture of her sitting next to one of her
oh yeah,
clients
because
as
she
her hair is
works
getting
till
done.
like 7, and she normally comes up here.
What a monkey! Doesn't
What are you
even
talking about?
does it. This one right here doesn't even know his friend's work schedule. How lame is that?
right?
I'm not the stalker.
That's pretty awful.
Friend, if you ask me.
Got you, Molly. I know your work schedule, kinda.
Kinda.
I know on the days that I normally see her, I know what it is. Like Saturday she works, I know Friday she works, and those are the 2 days I normally see her. If I see her any other time, I'm kind of weird. I'm just like,
Yeah.
sorry, I don't have you penciled in for today.
So why? Okay. So everybody see my post?
Which one?
You make a lot of posts on Facebook, to be completely fair.
I'm not talking about Nerd Talk. So what?
Oh, not the one about the wall.
I love it. Hey,
It's a pretty good album. I'll give you that.
If Pink Floyd The Wall is one of the best albums.
See, there we go.
No, I want to talk about I'm tired of, and I know, here I go. I'm not going to rant. I swear, I'm not going to rant.
Uh-oh.
I'm tired of listening to people that go, oh, I read the review on that movie, so I'm just going to wait for it to come out on DVD or come out electronically. That's crap.
Yeah, that's
People
stupid.
stop being cheap.
There are some movies you're not worth spending money on.
The thing is I guess what
You're not worth spending money on.
ultimately, well, that's fair.
And I'm spending money on you right now that I don't have.
That's also
Someone
fair.
called me Gandalf today. That was funny.
Gandalf the Gay.
You would know. Holiday Monsoon, you were in your element. Oh.
That was only Hunter's pillows.
Sure, that's what everybody says. And I got proof otherwise. Pegging. Hashtag I love pegging. Don't make me bring the picture back out because I know exactly where it's at now.
Anyway,
joysticking.
I agree with you. Going back to the movie thing, not bunny trailing down the
Right.
whole
whatever that
resizing.
was.
Whole resizing.
We're gonna get off that topic real quick.
That's what Hunter said to Michael.
I'm getting off your topic right now. Anyway.
Welcome to my show.
Yeah, exactly. What have we become?
See, Michael, I approve. Just saying.
First show of the year, joysticking. Yes. We're not even 5 minutes in this show.
Hey,
Get the
Priscilla.
beating video if you want.
No, I'm good. Yeah, but going back to the movie thing again, reeling us all back in.
Come on, do it. Come on,
Stabbing the bunnies and dragging them back. No more bunny trailing off this topic. I do actually agree with that to a degree. I think listening to critic reviews is a no-go.
No.
Listening to fan reviews and people, that's one thing. And more importantly, your peers. Choose peers that you know share a common interest with you and try and grab... Oh, it's behind me now.
Keep going.
Try and grab people that you know that you have that share similar interests with you, and try and have, and you know, if they see the movie first, that's who you want to find out with, because they're going to give you something that they know you specifically.
Yeah, but even then, I mean, okay, look, so, and I'm not going to name one of our other hosts that did it, but sometimes they just get too critical, and even though you don't, you know, you kind of agree with them. You know, because you like the movie, but they damn the movie because it was just too off track, or it didn't follow the line just perfectly, or
it's understandable to a degree.
Yeah, but you know, you got to look.
Someone say hi to you.
I said hi to her.
Oh.
You got to go in and decide for yourself.
Yeah, but the thing is, like those critiques and whatnot, they're all valid in a lot of senses. A lot of movies don't have good story writing. They have a great story. But when they storyboard things out, it's almost like they try to shove too much in the movie. And that's just people, I'll give it this. Hollywood has a really rough time right now between one specific thing, and that is hitting the mark right on the head.
Yeah.
They don't know where to aim with too much content or too dry. You know, like not enough content versus too much content. They always hit one or the other. For example, in my honest opinion, Aquaman, they had a lot to do in a very short time span.
Why do they have a lot to do?
But ultimately,
he can breathe underwater. He talks to fishes, and the chicks dig him.
the way
This version of him, at least.
He's not Aqualad. The how much they tried to shove in there with the backstory, the growth, and then they tried to quickly reference that it was after Steppenwolf. So that whole deal, it's like they're shoving all of that into one.
The same thing.
I'm not saying
they did the same thing with Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman had more dry spells though, where it was more character building.
With that one, you could just turn the audio off, and we could just watch her walk around.
Well, that's why I like Aquaman because
Well, I mean, like I could.
They
do that with
developed
Aquaman.
characters.
I haven't even seen it yet, and I would probably be totally turning.
they had the flashbacks throughout the whole movie.
Right, of course, and Aquaman
so
did the
that
same
made
thing.
it even better.
But the thing is the character building in Wonder Woman was fantastic. It was really, really well done. Every character got their own little portion. I wanted to say that for Aquaman, but I swear to God, William Dafoe's in every goddamn scene. They're like, AAA actor, I gotta throw him in every scene. You're going here, you're going here. You know what? You're gonna meet the kid when he's first born. Why?
Because you're willing
Teach
to
him to be a
fight.
Melantian.
Why not?
Okay, so
But we only teach him how to fight. I don't give him a history lesson.
history lesson.
Comic Book 101. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
It sounds a little weird back here. So
Turn the mic towards yourself.
I did.
Nope, now you sound way better. Yeah, no, you actually turn it.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
So Slink put up this, right?
I saw this. I saw when he posted it. Because me and him have discussed this kind of stuff in the past. Movies do terribly on Rotten Tomatoes, but when you actually go and see them, they're fantastic.
Right.
Like Venom, for example. I think Venom was really, really appealing. The story was really, really well done. The characters were all likable. Everyone got their own little growth, including even Venom himself. Got its own little bit of growth here and there. All right, Halle Berry's Catwoman was nothing more than a softcore porn. I'll be completely honest with you. So we'll just shove that one off to the side.
No, we did never. No, that was a good one.
Listen, on Pornhub, it would get like a 97%. On Rotten Tomatoes, it's getting an 8 for a reason. It's getting the other percentage it was missing.
Yeah.
What they made up, or what they lost in storyboarding, they easily made up with tight costumes, her breasts, and how flexible she is. Oh, and whips, that 2% margin that enjoy
That
whips.
just fit in with the costume.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
So, it made up in its own ways, but I can still say, man, it looked great. But it had no sustenance. There was no story, there was no development. The characters were just like
sustenance.
empty calories. That's what I'm gonna call
Take
that.
those empty calories all
And you will
day.
starve off of that.
That's okay. What a way to go. Right?
God, that video.
I know, it's
Just look-
great.
just
I
look
love
at
it. Just like over and over and over again. It's fantastic because I wasn't here for this. I missed it.
Right, Bree didn't get
No.
the beating.
But I agree with Dylan. I do. Reading critics' reviews is never.
They don't.
No, they don't get it for whatever freaking reason because they look at it too technically. They don't look at it as a fan who's like, hey, I really like this story or whatever. Or hey, this looks freaking cool. I want to watch this.
I would say now not to discredit all movie critics and say you all are a bunch of wastes of space because there are times where it's like you guys hit the nail on the head too where I go, yeah, okay. As much as I like it, that movie was shit. Spawn.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
Man, I liked
totally
it,
agree.
but you wake up with a headache. You sit here and go, that was a good movie. You turn to the person you're watching with one side of your face is in the middle of a stroke, your eyes are bleeding, and you're just like,
Well,
CGI hurt a little bit.
Even Siskel and Ebert got it wrong sometimes.
Of course,
Yeah.
the thing is like everyone critics hit the nail on the head every now and then. They go, yeah. And I'll admit, Hollywood's in a rough spot. They really don't know how to appeal to the fans, and fans have this way of saying it's so easy though. And it's like, is it?
yeah, but
Because
fans
Aquaman
are
was
dicks
badass
right
and-
now too.
Yeah, exactly.
Like everybody's
Aquaman-
an ass about everything.
I would say Aquaman, without spoiling too much, was a fantastic movie.
Yeah,
really,
it was
really
great.
well done. The story was good. I will admit it was a little rushed, but it was actually surprisingly surprisingly good. I think Aquaman is the beginning of the rebirth of DC, the
There were
resurrection.
no real boring parts throughout the movie.
Exactly. And even the story-driven parts where you're really focusing, they captivated my attention. Whether it was with the amazing scenery that looked fantastic, for a movie that's 80% CGI, it was really, really good, and I was very, very happy with it. Watching people ride in on seahorses and fucking sharks, I'm like, that's kind of badass.
Shark wranglers.
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome.
I hopped on my shark and I rode him into battle that day, and I'm just like, oh damn.
Film school dropouts. I like that.
You know, it's one of those movies that I'll say was good. I wouldn't pay to go back and see it, but I will buy it for the collection.
I don't know. I'd
When
watch
it's
it
on
again.
HBO, I'll watch
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
Yeah.
I'll watch it again, but I would not pay to see it again. But it was a good experience. I'm glad I went and saw it. I wouldn't mind going and seeing it in that IMAX thing where, you know, it's all around you, the 207 degrees, because I think that'd be awesome to see that movie specifically, just because of all the underwater scenes, having a good view of that all the way around. It'd be super, super
Especially
cool.
that fight scene.
That would be.
Yeah, the fight scenes would be badass. I'll say all the fight scenes would be badass when I think about it. Oh
the
my
building
god.
one.
The building one, the last one with the Kraken, like,
I think Slink is commenting and no one's.
Yeah, I'm ignoring that comment.
Why? No, we don't.
No, not that one.
But not a Star Wars fan.
No, he's not a fan of Star Wars fans.
Oh.
Which
no,
I
Star
totally
Wars
agree
fans
with.
sucks. Star Wars fans are basement-dwelling bitch boys,
Yeah, they are. Most
to
of them.
put it
Yeah.
most simply.
Oh, that's right, because they don't like Star Trek.
Well,
No, no,
there's
no.
a lot of
That's
fan
fine.
bases that
It's
are dicks.
the
because
part that
it's-
I specifically that I
They're becoming
heavily dislike
bitches
is
because the hardcore fans only like the original trilogy. They
Right.
will not accept any other thing. The kids that grew up with the next trilogy only like that.
Right.
But they keep making the movies for the younger crowd to enjoy.
Right.
So you get all the older people bashing it and everything.
Right, and that's not. I mean, be a fan of whatever you want, but like, god damn, just chill sometimes.
So as
general.
as JR was saying on 102.5 The Bone, which I listen to all the time.
Also, you're damn right. It was an ouch, Jonathan.
Bitch boys.
We have just it's too easily offended.
Yes.
Come on, get off of it.
Yeah, it goes.
Throw
the
a
thing is,
backbone and just not. Look, if you don't like it, just don't watch it.
Yeah,
You don't
just
gotta write
don't,
everybody
and
else's
don't be so
stuff.
judgy about it. God, that.
No, I agree with Slink.
I
He
agree
said
with
all the
that
bitching is ruining the whole thing.
I agree with
is.
this to a point.
And it
There's
ruins people's
nothing-
perceptions of nerd fans when nerd fans are dicks.
Now, here's the thing.
movies and
I'll say I'll level with the nerd fans because obviously I've had movies where I'm just like, this was an awful representation of the movie, book, or anything.
yeah.
And I go, this is awful and it doesn't need to exist. For example, Justice League. I despise that movie.
That was a horrible movie.
That was awful. You built up so much just for Superman to come here and Mary Sue that shit all over the place and go, okay, I win. And I'm like, that's really, really obnoxious. Because you made Aquaman look like a bitch, you made The Flash look like a bitch, you made Wonder Woman look like a bitch, and you made Batman look like a bitch.
You made Batman
in reality,
be the joke of the thing.
I was like, in
cracking
reality-
jokes, which he doesn't do.
like we hear later on, you have Batman's Tower of Babel, in which it's just like all of you have a very specific way I can kill and stop you. Simple as that. And I'm just like, boom, done, brilliant, I love it.
Boom shakalaka.
Like, oh my god.
We were someone just texted me and said, you know, you're not on Weaving TV, and I'm like, oh man, I forgot to switch it over.
Truly, truly unlucky.
So let's get.
But we're on
it's there
Facebook for you, ladies and gentlemen.
now. Yeah, it'll be there. I'm sorry.
Jonathan, yeah. Ghostbusters is another one.
Yeah,
I like the new Ghostbusters.
Yeah,
I
the
don't
new
care
one,
what anybody says.
Yeah,
the new one
like,
wasn't bad.
At
It was
least
pretty
give
good.
it a shot. I haven't
was-
seen the new one yet, but I want to. Like, I don't understand
was-
hating something before you've even experienced it because I don't like that, so I'm not even going to give it a shot.
Again,
like,
the
that's
fans
stupid.
are only loving the original. They don't accept the
Right.
all-female one.
But
I was
just
saying,
like,
here's the thing. It's
give it a shot. You might like it. Don't look at it as
It was okay. It wasn't my favorite.
people,
but I watched and I'll
people's
watch
big
it
complaints
again.
were like, oh, the humor was too campy, and I'm like, have you watched the original Ghostbusters?
Yeah.
The Stay Puft Marshmallow Man? Shut the hell up right now. That man summoned a 500-foot tall Pillsbury Doughboy that they exploded into marshmallow fluff all over the city. Shut your damn mouth. you'll be fine. Like, oh my God, they summoned the ghost of Samuel L. Jackson. Oh, I love that movie. Anchorman 2 was fantastic. Okay, no one can tell me it was wrong. It was bad. It was fantastic. But yeah, but like, they brought stupid humor into it as a kids movie, almost like the first Ghostbusters was a kids movie. You know, it was something silly that teenagers could watch and go, ha ha ha! I like this. This is funny. They made a fart joke. Ha ha!
Right.
Or I can't remember his name all of a sudden. He's the big green ghost that vomits on people. It's like Gobber, something like that.
Yeah.
I completely forgot. Open your eyes. It's beautiful. Eddie, I feel like you just watched Bird Box, and God, we can go into that one here if Pops is ready to transition.
Which one?
Bird Box.
No, I haven't seen it yet. No.
I haven't seen it.
I won't watch it.
That movie.
Hey.
No.
Why?
That movie was.
No interest.
It was okay. It was
Slimer.
Slimer, that's it. It is not nearly as good as people made it out to be. If I have to rank it with other horror movies that come out that are similar to it, I still put
Don't Breathe.
Don't Breathe at number 2. Number 1, I really like A Quiet Place. Even like putting aside my love for John Krasinski aside, I legitimately think that movie was fantastic. It was really well done. The monsters looked cool. They were really the design-wise, they looked fantastic. How their heads were the same inner workings of an ear, just multiple places over. It was really well.
Behind you, that main video. Every time I look, I see my ass getting hit. I'm like, God dang it.
All in all, that movie is just really well done. Don't Breathe did a fantastic job of building thrill and suspense. You took people out of their element and put them into a whole new environment, and that was something that man has trained for. It was fantastic to see.
It made twist that movie.
I can't spoil anything.
Spoil
obviously people who haven't seen the movie. But then I put Bird Box beneath that and go, okay, you took a similar concept of unable to see and made it and took a little bit from A Quiet Place and went, you're unable. You're not. It's not the fact that like I can't see by choice. It's like, oh, I can't see because it's dark. This one's I'm purposely blinding myself in order to not die.
Right.
And it took a few kind of weird turns. You muted yourself. It was
okay.
It was kind of just, it wasn't. Sandra Bullock did pretty good, though. I'm not gonna lie. As much as I love to say, people like Jennifer Aniston don't age, Sandra Bullock ages. I'm sorry to tell you all this. And after watching her in Blindsided, was it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't see her as an uncaring mother now.
Nope.
I'm like, you get those 2 kids, and you go get Mike, and you all go out for ice cream after this. I can't see her as anything. I can't do it. Can't do it.
Right. Well, but there is one silver lining to this. It is working a little bit of Darwinism because of all these people who are doing Bird Box challenges and injuring themselves.
And trying to make it around their house, out in the street. People
people running, walking into cars, walking into poles.
The parent was holding the little kid's hand.
They blindfold themselves, blindfold his daughter, blindfold his youngest daughter. He grabs and turns and runs, and I mean they are running, and it is full force into that wall. I'm just like, well.
Amazing.
Someone's gonna have a bump right here. They have to explain to Mama when she gets home.
That makes me so happy.
It's
people
really,
are doing
really
that.
funny.
That is fantastic. So
that's
a pretty big benefit. Like we've got some Darwinism working hard right now.
Yep. I'm not gonna watch it.
I mean, I'm sure people on Facebook have actually ruined that movie for me. I really, really don't like it anymore because the fact that they're like, oh my God, they're overhyping it so much that anybody who goes into that movie now is like, I resubbed to Netflix for this.
It's on Netflix, right?
Yeah.
I've been watching Castlevania, actually.
Oh my God, season 2 just came out, and that is.
I'm waiting for 3 now.
It's fun. Castlevania, if you haven't watched it, even if you're not like an anime fan, it's a fun animated show to watch.
Yeah, it is. Actually, it is.
It is so much fun.
I got caught up on the Titans.
I'm a little iffy on that one. I sit down to watch an episode, I log in, I hit play, I get like 30 minutes into it, I get through an episode, maybe a second one, and I go,
Starfire looks like a hooker.
I'm like, God, I hate these characters.
She does. She looks like a down straight Brooklyn hooker.
I just want to watch the last episode because it's Batman vs. Robin.
Pops, we talked about this. If she would lose that fur coat, she'd look better.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
I
love the outfits.
Well,
the
we're not
shiny
bitching
outfits.
about her outfits because her outfits are not only cool looking, but they're accurate.
They're accurate to the original comic.
Yeah, exactly. But that fur coat looks so
what show is that?
trashy. Titans.
Titans.
I just don't like it. I'm like it does not. I don't like it. I just don't like how it looks. I think it looks bad. I think if she lost the fur coat and just wore the purple, I'd be cool. You could have given her like for her casual wear when she's walking around in public. You could have given her purple jeans and a purple hoodie.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, boom, I love it. That's Starfire. It's just enough referring back to the old comics where people still wore their colors.
Maybe
Batman when he's Bruce Wayne
will be better.
Batman when he's Bruce Wayne wears black. Robin often wore red.
Yeah, and so
Cyborg wears a blue hoodie over his stuff.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that they showed up. Both Robins met each other.
Yeah, that's gonna make for interesting fun. It's gonna be fun watching Nightwing and Red Hood battle it out.
Slink says Starfire looks like Wesley
That's
Snipes
funny.
with a wig
And
on.
You know what? He's right. Holy shit! I didn't think of that. Holy crap! Yeah, and
I'm reading it.
and Dick already got some wick with Starfire.
Cage says Bird Box is great. Don't at me. I'm just gonna ban from chat temporarily.
Yeah.
There you go. Have fun. You can't comment for the next 10 minutes.
Hey, so Slink says, read some comments, dude.
Cage must have me blocked because I can't see any comments.
You can't?
That's fair. I would too.
Yeah, I like Slink Castlevania's boss. So it is good.
Well, Netflix. Well, no, it's not Netflix.
Well, wait a
is
minute.
it?
Okay, let's hold on a second. So we jumped off. So now Miss Bree gave me some pictures, and I
we jumped to that one.
I wanted to start watching this, but I'm gonna let Bree talk about it first.
So does this have to be a spoiler free?
Yeah, it can be whatever. I don't care.
Okay.
Kinda. Like
I'm not going to totally blow
keep it
stuff.
vague.
How
but,
long has it
okay.
been out?
not long.
Since the 28th, I think. So like a week.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
No,
You've exactly 7 days there.
You're
like,
good. You're fine. Yeah, you're fine.
I won't like totally spoil it.
Where can they see this at?
Netflix.
There you go. So
It's Netflix.
If you ain't watched it by now, you'll watch it later.
Yeah.
This will either excite you to watch it, or
Right.
you'll go running the other way.
So it's Black
give you a
Mirror
Naruto hand
Bandersnatch,
sign
and
when
I've
it's okay
already
to
seen a couple of
unplug
the
your ears. Go
episodes
ahead.
of regular Black Mirror, like 2 seasons of it, because there's like 3 episodes a season or some
Right.
crap
I'm gonna,
like
now
that.
I'm going to show picture 1 for you that you sent me.
Okay, so the kid in the background is the one from We're the Millers who got his penis bit by like a spider or
Spider
something.
bite on his
My
balls.
ass.
No regret.
Spoil it.
No regrets. No,
regrets.
that's not him.
That wasn't him, no.
No, that was the
But
other
this
guy.
kid on the right, it's based in
Spoil you,
1984, and he is developing a game, a choose-your-own-adventure game based on a choose-your-own-adventure book written by some batcrap crazy author. And his mother died when he was very young, and this book was in her things that she left behind, so he like latched onto it. So that's part of the obsession behind the book, is that it was his mother's.
Okay.
And he doesn't even know if she read it. He doesn't even know if she liked it or whatever. But
Mommy!
that's whatever.
Mommy, here's number 2.
So he's creating a story. Oh, and he has to go see a therapist fairly often because of his issues regarding his mother's death.
Clinging to your mother's possessions after death kind of definitely looks.
Well, and
How do I
you
put this
find
lightly?
out some of the circumstances around her death affect his reaction to it.
Ah.
So there's a little bit there, but it has nothing to do with the book still. The book is just one of those random things that he was
Right.
like, oh my God, it's this.
And the book.
Yes, the book. So he is
Bandersnatch.
developing this game that's a choose-your-own-adventure game in 1984. It's very, very basic. It's of that time.
So it almost looks like, what's that game everybody plays?
Minecraft?
Minecraft. Yes. All right.
That stupid game. But I liked it to a degree. It is a choose-your-own-adventure movie, but if you make the wrong choice, it will make you go back. It'll jump you back to a
got
choice
it.
and make you choose what you didn't choose before. But when you go back, you still have like shadow memories of what you've already done,
Okay.
which is
You don't want to do that one again, kitty.
right. It's
Here's
super
why.
crazy. And the spider penis kid, he is like
Spider He got bit in the balls, not the penis.
Colin
I was like,
something.
he doesn't like, unzip at the urinal, go to the bathroom, all of a sudden, just like that's no.
Slink is funny.
So he said they recorded 5 hours, 12 minutes, and 13 seconds of
What?
the actual movie. Is how long the actual thing is.
Oh,
We
really?
watch all of it.
Okay, so, well, when you get to the end of the movie, it gives you the option to jump back and you can change some of your choices. So I guess you can go through and you can do that a whole crap ton of times. But there are some choices that are going to sling you back and you have to redo them. So that was kind of
There's
silly.
5 different endings.
5 different endings. I think I watched 2 of them.
I'm not going to read them because they're all...
Yeah, it's weird. I liked Colin in it, Spider Penis guy. He was awesome. He was totally just batcrap crazy, and he was
Well, yeah,
awesome.
you have a spider for a penis. Like what?
Right? Obviously, he's gonna.
He got bit in
There's
the
going to be
balls.
some disconnects here.
You didn't get bit in the penis. So, but so
anyway,
it's good to watch, right?
It's worth watching if you're into that kind of a thing. If you've seen any of the other Black Mirror TV shows, the movie will make more sense. The TV shows are severe exaggerations of like future dystopian society's been taken over by technology kind of shows.
Man, watch that in a VR headset. I dare you.
God.
It's terrifying.
Black Mirror.
Oh yeah, no.
I'll
That'd be
bet.
crazy.
The thing is, I was watching a YouTuber and he's just like, yeah, he's like, I don't recommend that. He's like, out of all the stupid stuff I've recommended you guys to look on here, including porn. He's like, that's when I say no.
Bandersnatch
Don't-
or any of them?
Any of them.
Any of the Black
He's like,
Mirrors? Because they're trippy.
Because it was like when you put it on, he's like the way that they mess with the audio in the headphones.
Oh.
They're like it adds a whole new level because obviously the VR's idea is to put you in the room with them. Because you get that whole like 360 view of the idea and whatnot. So you're looking around, you're like, oh, so this is what Of course, it's not perfect 360 because it's
Right.
still stretched. But the idea of when you're sitting there and they turn, they stare into your eyes, and those aren't they're not staring at your eyes through a monitor. No. They're staring into your eyes because you're only this far away. And you're just like
eyes.
you're like stop looking at me. And that's when you realize when you put your hands up, it doesn't matter. Your hands are you're like.
So
Stop
they're
looking at
getting,
me.
That's
So
cool.
they're getting into your soul.
It's a pretty trippy show. I mean, don't get turned off by the first episode if you start to watch
Like
Black
he says,
Mirror.
It gives you flashbacks to high school.
Give you a flashback. Bandersnatch. Yeah, if you grew up in the 80s.
Is it band or band or snatch? 'Cause-
Bander.
So what
ER.
are you in the band or
Yeah,
you're getting
band.
Well,
laid?
no, it's named after
know.
Right.
the Bandersnatch.
I know.
But
I'm having
the
fun.
first episode of Black Mirror, the TV show,
Yeah.
don't stop watching after that episode.
Okay.
That
You say so.
I promise it is never going to be, that I've seen yet. I don't think it's going to be that bad again.
Can't tell me what to do. Not my real mom.
Yeah, you're my real mom.
You've seen a lot of it, right? Have you seen all of them?
It's fun. It's
All
a
right,
fun.
so
Are
Here's
any
another
more
one.
of them
gonna
worse
have to
than the
watch it
first
now.
episode?
Well, I'm not a movie critic. I'm your friend.
Well-
I'm a friend with different tastes. But that's okay.
The first
In
episode,
my opinion, no,
the
I think it's
Prime
fun.
Minister of England has to screw a pig on live television and orgasm.
Oh, that's awesome.
So,
Does he? Squeak! Got a pretty mouth. You got a pretty mouth.
and if you've seen Penny Dreadful, it is Frankenstein's monsters who plays the Prime Minister.
Is that the pig episode? Yes. Yes, it is.
Yep. Yeah, it is.
Okay, so moving on.
So yeah. So another TV show, I totally forgot that there was a New Year's Eve
Yeah, I
or
don't have
New
any
Year's
pictures for
Doctor
this.
Who episode. But I watched it last night because
Yeah,
I totally
how was
forgot
it?
about it. It was amazing. The Daleks are back. I'm so excited.
All right.
So
So you tell me we gotta go watch this?
it was a lot better than the last several.
Has
it
she
was
stopped
really
apologizing?
a little bit. She's getting better.
I know the last two I watched, I just bored the crap out of me. And I'm
Sorry,
like,
sorry.
I
Yeah,
can't do this anymore.
this one's better because they're back in England in current times. They're in Sheffield.
Okay.
Sorry.
So it's more.
Bree. Sorry.
Slinky,
Slinky
take my
said,
money.
"Take my money."
Take my money.
But
Amen.
It was good. It was worth it. I'm gonna throw water on you.
Yeah, no, don't even do that. Just whomp him.
I want to throw water
I give you
on her.
permission.
So stop saying stuff like a squirt ball. Like,
she was definitely better in this episode. There wasn't as much apologizing. She's getting better.
You
Hopefully
are the
they're
damn
listening
doctor.
To the fans. Yeah, you don't apologize.
You don't apologize for anything. You give that one. You give that one like fatal. I'm sorry. And then you get in the TARDIS and you watch, time and space collapse around them and destroy them. It's just like, you made this mistake. I didn't make this mistake.
Exactly.
You did this. I'm not supposed to adjust this. And then the assistants are always like, we have to adjust this. It was,
and then something goes wrong, and then you apologize because we just screwed up your life. And so then you say sorry. You don't say sorry for interrupting people.
Who was the one who thought of unique, oh God, I can't think of his name. It's not the bow ties are cool. It's the other really, really popular one, but I can't think of it.
Matt Smith.
Matt Smith. No, that's not bow ties.
David Tennant.
David Tennant. I loved, like, he made really, really unique punishments for those people who don't take away.
Yeah, like that family.
He's like, you're trapped in a mirror, but you can never be seen in it. You'll always be on the other side of every mirror and exist. They're like, you ever seen it? Like, you ever see that person that almost seems to jump out of sight as soon as you look at her? That's her.
Eye.
Exactly. That's her.
Yes,
he locked her in every mirror on the planet.
That was the daughter, right? It was that family, and all 4 of them got punished.
And he put them in super unique punishments for eternity.
Yeah, he didn't kill them because he's not a killer.
He's like I couldn't kill you.
Incredible.
But at this point, I'm just like, that's a little worse.
What did they eat?
Yeah, they were. What were they doing?
They were trying to become doctors. They were trying. They were trying to take. They were trying to take the TARDIS and become immortal. They wanted to become immortal.
Yeah.
Well, what do they eat though?
Well, that's the thing. Immortal punishments, you no longer have to eat. You just sit there for eternity.
Well, that sucks.
The TARDIS does.
Because I used to want the mouthfeel. Get that movie?
Because.
Well, but so in this episode, in the very first episode of this season, she creates her new sonic screwdriver because the other one was damaged. So in this episode, the Dalek builds itself because all it is its little weird squid body thing.
Yeah.
It creates its armor, which was total crap, by the way, because it's like 3 hours later and it's got the thing and all the little bulbs on it. One of them starts shifting back and then weapons come out. I was like, yeah, okay, 3 hours, I'm sure.
So he just threw that together, tin foil, duct tape, and ingenuity.
Yeah, and he had a host, but it was this like weak little girl.
Oh, somebody owes me $1.
That's a work call that I can't seem to mute even though I hit decline. How interesting. Corey, I'm sorry, bud. You're going to have to figure this one out on your own. Because I told you, this is like the one time I can't answer.
That's what happens when you leave the iPhone world.
You guys have literally the exact same problem like all the time. What?
Not me.
But
I'm sorry, the whole dollar joke started because you guys couldn't mute your phones.
I have no problem.
That was before me, so don't
I just didn't mute my phone.
So we gotta go see it, right, Bree?
Yes.
Okay. So
yeah, definitely go see it. If you paid for the season, this current season, like I did, it's not included, which is bullshit. Amazon, by the way, it was $3, but it's worth it.
Okay, so for all those people that have YouTube that don't want to go pay for anything,
give it a week. It'll be up on.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be available somewhere.
Okay, so do you guys watch Net Geo?
No.
Okay, so I do. No. I love Net Geo.
Who watches TV anymore?
I do. So anyway, I'm going to play a trailer from this, and I'll put it in everybody's ear so you can hear it, so we can talk about it when we get back.
That little A, and then the ring around it?
At?
See, that's what I said. Katie said she thought it was about.
Yeah. Oh.
But I'd never heard it. I'd never heard it said. I'd always seen the mark, but never heard it said. What is internet anyway? What do you write to it like mail?
No, a lot of people use it and communicate. I guess it's becoming really big now. Allison, can you explain what internet is?
My name is Darren. I'm an investment banker. In the mid-90s, Wall Street has finally got a new favorite supermodel. Silicon Valley. One word, Netscape. Netscape?
They have zero concept of what Netscape is.
They don't even know what the internet is.
Pixelon is #1 in internet broadcasting.
TheGlobe.com? It's a social network. People will want to log on, I guarantee.
It's very addictive.
Okay, let me break it down for you in the simplest of terms.
This is the beginning of what they called the browser wars.
NASDAQ is pumping. Why don't we have a price?
Refresh your page.
$71 a share? Are you kidding me? It's the biggest IPO since Microsoft.
I'm gonna liven things up a little bit.
People are gonna be throwing money at us.
We are going to be very wealthy and very famous.
We are the top browser in the business. Congratulations.
It also makes us a target.
Microsoft owns the internet.
Did they just threaten us?
I'm gonna bring in a couple of experts.
Netscape changed the game.
We were at Microsoft's mercy.
We were the new kid on the block.
They were deathbed competitors.
So that happened. We're out of money. What about the technology I created? God damn it! Keep the faith!
Pixelon was a joke.
We have 90% of the browser market.
You've also got Microsoft breathing down your neck. Good talk.
I created something that you all now use every day. You're welcome.
Get big fast was the mantra.
We are running $1 billion company.
They wanted a ticket on the train, even though they didn't know where the train was going.
People are hoping for a better tomorrow. And that's what we are selling. So let's keep it up!
It's not too different than it is now.
No, it's not.
No.
Like, people are still bickering and fighting just as much.
Yeah.
They still have no idea what to do with the internet, where the internet is going.
Yeah, right?
As of right now, we're split into 90 million different directions. Half of us are still sharing memes, the other half are arguing over political bases, and then you have the 2% of the moms that are sharing recipes on Facebook.
Yeah, and then you have people that don't even understand the internet still.
Yeah, they're still Googling how to access Google.
Yeah.
That is my father. He
lost
email on his phone the other day, and he was like, how come I can't send emails from my phone? I was like, dude, I don't know. Because he has an iPhone, and I don't have an iPhone. I haven't had an iPhone in years.
I've lost the mail app that it gives me. Where did it go, Bree? It's like,
well, he didn't even know that he had a mail app. He's like, I don't have email on my phone. It's like, you have to have email on your phone. It's been there before. I've seen it.
I've had clients where I'm just like, sure, I'll click on the browser, and they're just like, what browser? Or like, what's a browser? And I went, I'm like this, and I point to the Google Chrome icon, and their immediate response, to that was, that's not a browser, that's the internet.
Oh, Jesus.
And I just went, like, you could hear my teeth grinding, like every knuckle, like every bone in my body just cracked that point. You should just ripple through my body. So I just went.
Slinky goes, greatest communication tool mankind has ever created, and we watched porn on it.
Yeah, and cats.
Yeah.
Cats with lasers.
How great.
But yeah.
Well, but yeah, I mean, but think about it. That back then they had no idea what the internet was.
No.
I mean, literally no idea.
Well, we had no idea what it could do yet.
It didn't make sense, and the concept of it was so mind blowing at the time.
Yeah, and Pixelon, which was in there, and I've watched episode 1 and 2. And you can actually find these full episodes on YouTube already. They're already there. Nice. Pixelon is what we're doing now. Right now.
Hi.
At this very second. Putting live video over the internet.
Right.
But back then, it had to be so compressed and so worked that it would go through a dial-up modem.
Right. I mean, and it's crazy to think that 30 years ago, people didn't know what the internet was.
Yeah.
Like, when I was born, people were like...
When Dillon was born, the internet was born.
You created the internet.
What year?
95.
95?
Yeah, that was the start.
You're that
I stepped in
You're
and
23?
went...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
He's a baby.
Yes.
I got underwear older than he is. Literally.
I probably do, too. Or at least kids' clothes.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean,
God's reincarnate. It's okay.
But it's absolutely amazing that, because I remember Netscape and I remember AOL. Mm-hmm. I even remember the other one in there. It's called Global. I mean, the Global.com. I mean, they tried to start up. They actually tried to start original Facebook or MySpace, and it was, yeah. So it was. I had a website in 1995. And I had it through the local ISP guy in Clinton, Connecticut. We had, you got your, you had phone, so you automatically had internet. You didn't have to pay for internet. You already had it. Now, if you really wanted to be, if you were big money, you had 2 telephone lines coming in. One was your internet, one was your telephone.
Get off the phone!
That's
I'm trying
exactly
to download porn!
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, yeah. We would, because I remember when we got internet at our house, I don't think I was really, I didn't care at all until like middle school. So right around 2000, 2001 was when I started getting into it, and it was a laptop set up on the kitchen table, and I had like an hour. And I played Neopets.
And I was one of the first guys. Well, I mean, I was in that group of guys going out and buying URLs. And had to give them away.
And had to give them away.
Yep, because I bought Coca-Cola.com and Nike.com, and those just got taken. Eminent domain.
It was more of a, you can't have this anymore. And now you said people just like...
Now, they literally, in the beginning, they just disappeared. There was no, you didn't get them.
Because there was no proper territory on the. It was undocumented. It was unresearched. Yep. The government had zero control on what happened to it because the government's sitting here like, Marlene, what the hell's on my confabble device here?
Yeah, I remember.
I broke it.
Diamond Dive Service had a website. That's one of the companies I owned when I was in Connecticut. And I would tell people, they're like, well, what's your, fax me a price list, or what's your price? So we go to my website, and they're like, what? I'm like, yeah, go to a website. It was 4 pages. 4 pages. My brother Sam and I made it. Yeah. And they're like, what do you mean go to your website? I'm like, I have a site.
I hear people talk like this, and all I hear is the Jurassic Park theme song running in my head.
Yeah, Sling says back when dinosaurs were here. In '95, he saw his first pixelated nude pic.
Yeah, no, that was awesome back then.
It was to get off the phone. I'm trying to download this image. What image is it? It's for school.
Yeah, it was for school. Yeah.
Research purposes, back when that was a legitimate excuse.
And before that, before the true internet came, I was just like the kid in War Games where let's play a game and you would see who you could break into. You would just dial. You had an auto dialer to try to get into stuff. Yeah.
I can get into your phone system.
Do you remember, I don't know if it's still, I was thinking about this the other day. Do you remember being in school and being told by your teachers that if you were looking stuff up about the government, if we were in like American government or something, to not type in whitehouse.com because it was a porn site? Is it still a porn site?
No.
Do we know if that's a real thing?
I'll go look right now.
Whitehouse.com?
Yep.
Do you remember that?
No, I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, they would tell us don't go to whitehouse.com, it's whitehouse.gov. Remember that?
No, whitehouse.com doesn't pull anything up.
It's not a porn site anymore?
No, whitehouse.gov is the White House.
Aw, whitehouse.com was a porn site, like, through all of middle school and high school.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It literally says on the site right now, we are not affiliated or endorsed by the U.S. government, and it's just,
And it's nothing else?
It's polls.
Oh, that's sad.
20th year anniversary of it.
That's bummer.
In 95 and 96, it was a porn site. You are correct.
Oh yeah, it was totally a porn site.
But in 97, it was bought out by, well, as I said, these weren't bought out, they were just taken. It was just like, this is mine now.
So yeah,
I thought it was
this is a good movie, or a good show. Everybody needs to go watch it.
Interesting.
Yeah, it does. And at first you're like, but I love the cast of characters.
Yeah.
They're good.
God, his eyes are close together.
Bradley Whitford, Steve
One in the
Lund.
middle, because all of his facial features are all so close to the center.
Oh, the one in the center?
There's so much.
Dude, he's always.
Someone just took his face and squished it all together into one. They just mixed everything together in the center. He has so much extra space in the rest of his face.
Can you imagine if he didn't have bangs though? He would have like a 6 head.
He's been comic relief in a lot of stuff. Remember Sahara, the movie Sahara?
Yes, I love that movie.
He was the comic relief. I mean, he was the funny guy. It wasn't a comedy, but he was the funny.
But he was the.
It's a very serious movie. He brought a little lightheartedness to it. It was a good movie.
So and all the shows all the movies he did now he's done a couple serious
comments now.
But
Slink's in a bitch. I'm not watching his comments.
Yep.
He's been bitching at Mike.
I'm studying, damn it. Product of inbreeding. Yikes.
So yeah, it's definitely worth a watch. Just saying.
Me and my nephew, son.
And I like stuff like that, history and all that crap.
Exactly. It is really good. So
you know what book series I have never read that I just started reading? Well,
what's that?
Like 3 of them at the same time.
Harry Potter.
Aragon. I just read the first book of Aragon.
I watched the movie.
Amazing. Yeah. I haven't seen the movies. I've never seen the movies.
Don't.
Oh,
They never
only one
finished
movie?
them.
no,
It did that bad. They just
Just like
I got it. I bought it. I liked it.
I read the first one in like 2 days, and then I just bought the second one on Amazon last night. and then I just started reading Divergent. Also, I read the first Divergent book, and I haven't seen any of those movies either. That was a pretty good book. It was okay.
Book-wise, it was better than the movie. Once again,
the book is better.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, those two were pretty close. So, like, honestly, like, I've read one and watched it, and I was just like, man, it was all right. It was better than.
Divergent.
Listen, they didn't pull no Percy Jackson, where the entire damn movie was completely different. I'm like,
and this is the very reason I don't read the books, because I enjoy the movies.
See, I just like to read. I read Divergent in like 20
you also
hours.
have the reading.
I read the whole book, and I just started the Icewind Dale trilogy.
Right.
With the Drizzt thing.
Yeah.
Drizzt Do'Urden.
Hodor.
But it's interesting. It's an interesting book trilogy because I've seen it. It's R.A. Salvatore writes it, and I've seen his name on books forever because I've always been into sci-fi, and I never picked him up. My brother gave them to me, but Aragon is awesome, and a new Aragon book just came out too. It's in the same.
Releasing those books.
Well, there's the 3 or 4. There's 4. No, it's Alagisa, or however the hell you pronounce it. It's in there, but it's not the same storyline, I don't think. That guy that wrote those books, I'm pretty sure he published the first one before he even graduated high school. He's Tommy's age. He's my fiance's age. That's crazy. And he is like crazy.
Something books are for nerds. I'm just kidding. Absolutely just kidding.
Again, that's why I don't read them. I just watch the movies. It's easier.
R.A. Salvatore is a good writer.
I would say from someone who
wrote D&D.
sold movies.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he did Forgotten Realms books.
I have dyslexia.
I think
I have a hard
that
time reading, and it hurts.
Is the Icewind Dale
I know. Hooked on Phonics level 5 is a little rough. We can go to level 4 for you, though.
I don't remember.
Because I don't know anything about D&D.
Neither do either one of those.
D&D? I know where you like your Ds.
Yeah.
But mine's a dice roll.
Icewind Dale
I like
is part
double
of it?
Ds.
Yeah.
So it's a part of the D&D universe?
Yeah.
Kind of? Okay, that's
Forgotten
interesting.
Realms,
Well, now I have a lot of books to start reading, but I've got like 7 different series that I'm in the middle of right now.
Wow.
And I'm actively reading 2 separate books, well, 4 separate books.
Yeah,
Clockwork
that's
Orange
about Drizzt.
Clockwork Orange is the only movie better than the book. That's fair.
I want to read that book, though.
Never read the book,
I
but
can't
I love
help
the movie.
I want to read all the books.
It's a ride.
It's a ride.
Every which way.
What?
That movie and the book. It's a journey.
I love that movie. That is one of my favorite movies. That was actually Tommy and our first like stay-at-home date was watching A Clockwork Orange.
Oh, did you make it all the way through?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. I'm checking on you guys.
Did you try to bludgeon someone's head in shortly after, or?
Did it make you angry? How'd you feel?
Potentially.
Well, if I just told you, you would find out where the bodies are.
Right?
Hide the bodies.
So we don't have a whole bunch of time to talk about it, but I've been reading up on space tourism lately because it's like all over the news and shit.
You gonna go? You want to go to Mars?
Hell yeah. Absolutely.
See, I'm like,
Big ice skating rink, play a hockey game out there.
Ever since I was a kid, I always wanted to go to space camp. I love everything about space. I am so fascinated by all of this, but I don't think that my anxiety level would let me leave Earth's atmosphere. I don't like to fly, like chill flying. I don't like it.
I was told that I couldn't go to space camp. They stopped sending monkeys into space years ago.
That's correct. That is absolutely correct.
That is awesome. But so the Richard Branson guy that's doing his little suborbital Virgin Galactic thing, minutes long, minutes, not hours, not days, minutes,
thousands of dollars,
$250,000 for minutes in almost space. I am almost not fucking impressed.
Almost.
Like, that is ridiculous.
If you hit the lottery, you would do it.
Space.
Oh, 100%. 100%. But
That far.
So if money was no
almost
object, you'd
yes,
do it
if
in a
money was
heartbeat.
no object, I would do it in a heartbeat. But if money was no object, I would way rather go to actual space.
If you had Branson
But
money.
like, they're gonna start building a space hotel in the next 2 years.
That
is amazing.
Just wait for Elon to send another Tesla up there and just hitch a ride.
There you go.
I love that. They were just like, America doesn't have universal health care, and I'm like, we have a car in space.
Just chilling, just floating around out there.
It's attached to the International Space Station.
Flat
Oh, is it
Earthers
now?
don't believe
It's
it.
That's awesome.
It's fun. What?
Flat Earthers don't believe that.
There's been 7 space
I will
tourists.
drive that car from space down to Earth, around the world. Notice I said around before hitting them. And I'll do it all in a fuel efficient
So there's
way.
been 7 space tourists.
She just
between
shushed you. I am
2001
making
and
Elon Musk
2009.
jokes
I
and
am
you will
so
not
excited about this. Between 2001 and 2009, and the first guy was some American billionaire, and I left my notebook in my purse over there.
Good
But
job. One job.
he paid $20 million to go to the International Space Station for like a week or something. I don't remember how long it was. $20 million. And it took him 6 months to train. 6 months to prepare. But it's normally 24 months. But then they quit letting space tourists go in 2009 because they doubled the crew on the space station, and now there's no room for extra people. So, so that's why a lot of the stuff now is just going to be
Dennis
like, hey,
Tito.
let's zip around.
What's his name?
Bring back the freaking space shuttles.
The space program?
So
no, actually, I disagree
the
with that.
Senate passed some space law, or no, some space package act thing, but it didn't make it through Congress before the end of the year this past year.
Build the
Well,
wall.
they did it in November. They did it really late in
Yeah.
the Senate, so it just didn't physically have time. But it's to make commercial space industry in the U.S. compete with the rest of the world.
Nice.
Because none of the space tourists have left from the United States. They've all been on the Soyuz.
I would say that's like my biggest thing is no, I don't want. I believe it or not, as someone such as me, I don't want a country to have any hand in the space program at all.
Right.
Because
you want to completely privatize it?
No, here's the thing: competition breeds success. If you think it's false, then you're an idiot.
Right.
We have multi-billion-dollar corporations that prove you wrong, that prove that theory correct. So I'd rather let SpaceX and who I don't even know the other competition race at it. And you know what we got? Elon Musk figured out self-landing rockets. Is now the main reason we get up to the International Space Station frequently, and now we have a Tesla in space.
Apparently, SpaceX
Success!
But we still need to build shuttles.
A Japanese billionaire to go around the moon in 2023.
Yes, and he's going to bring a bunch of artists with him.
Now,
because
China
he's
just
an
landed
art-
on the
He's an
moon.
art patron. And I am so excited. I'm sorry.
You know that,
but
right?
he's
China
going to take
just-
artists. He's going to take painters and photographers and musicians.
So you
and
say you want to go?
for free. He's
I'm
going
hearing-
to take them for free.
I'm hearing
on
that
a
you wanna
shuttle
go.
around the moon. I'm not that good of an artist to go. He wants somebody like not
Me.
Jeff Koons because he's a dick, but like somebody
China
like
landed
that.
a rover, not a person.
But
I know,
they're
that's what
gonna-
I said.
But
We
yeah,
said
so they
China
want
landed
this
there.
guy is going to take artists
Okay,
for free.
hold on,
He
Bree.
has paid
Bree, hold on. I said they landed. I didn't say they landed a person.
Oh yeah,
Google
you
hit.
specify what. Landed means a lie. I can say I landed
No,
on Mars.
it doesn't.
It's just like I didn't land. I personally didn't land. The rover landed.
Your mom is
But-
an astronaut.
But part of the act that they passed
Wow.
is so that they
I'm gonna tell
can-
Mom you said that.
She's smart.
Welcome to the couch.
My couch is
Population
comfortable.
Part
It'll
of the
be you'll be
space
sharing it
act-
with Mike. You're
Part of-
gonna get the good couch.
Part of
Anyway,
the-
you get to
Let
cuddle
Bree
with me.
talk.
Part of the Space Act that they passed is creating a system so that they can integrate space travel into FAA airspace because they're going to have to coordinate that. This is so what they are trying to pass is so that we can handle and be prepared for commercial space travel, not the government handling it.
Well, yeah,
they
of
just
course.
want
This is something
to
that
do it right.
This is something that the world has to agree on because we're
Yes.
launching rockets out towards the moon to circle it. Okay, what happens if someone's circling from the other direction at the same time? You start to
Right.
run.
It
You start
has
running.
to be
There has to
coordinated.
be a schedule to this.
Right.
It's just like, all right, from the hours of 4:15 moon time and 7:15 moon time,
do you know
the U.S. has control of the.
Do you know the calculations they have to go through now because of all the satellites?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be insane. It has to be a worldwide coordinated effort. But right now at the UN, they've already had talks as a massive countries on how to. Theirs was more of a, like, protecting us from aliens.
There's only 5 countries that do this.
But it was how to use space as a way to bring people together for peace, because they're going to have to coordinate, because these countries are going to have to get over their differences and quit being 5-year-olds and see that for space travel and for this to happen and exist and be a thing, it has to be coordinated.
This isn't too far off. Look at the first 2 weeks that Pokemon Go came out. It's like everything kind of just, we all forgot for a few minutes and all just played video games together, and like the whole world was like blissful.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
can you imagine if we have a
I don't know what world you were living in, but I was ready to run them over.
To go to
that's
space.
because you're
I want to know
spiteful
what
and
band
angry.
is going to perform first in space. Who's going to perform?
Lady Gaga.
Oh God, I
Because she's
hope not.
batshit crazy. Or like Metallica or something.
Nah.
That'd be cool.
That would be pretty cool.
It would be, but it won't be.
Dark Side of the Moon.
Pink Floyd.
Sally, did you hear what Metallica's doing for the next album?
No.
Working with Lady Gaga.
Oh, jeez. There went my respect for them.
That's interesting. But so I'm super excited about space travel, but
It sounds like it.
yeah, that Japanese art patron guy that's going and taking artists, that is incredible. And the ship that he's taking, they're going next year, I think. They're
2023.
2023. Okay.
I can't wait for Banksy
gonna
to illustrate
have
the first one, the first McDonald's.
See, I think Banksy should be the first one to
No,
go.
the thing is, that guy's gonna look at his work and go, "You're gonna draw McDonald's to the moon. I know you are. I know you
Well,
are."
and
I'm
aside
going
from
to
that,
actually
Banksy
throw
people
you.
would know
is
who he
still
is.
exactly. He's still anonymous, so he wouldn't do it anyways. But it would be kind of cool.
It's just like, I will throw
that
you
boat thing.
out
That
the
boat
airlock.
thing was like 11,000
Hey, guess what time it is?
It's time to go. Actually.
It's time to say goodbye.
kilograms or grams.
Goodbye.
We got
farewell.
like 10 seconds to say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Everybody, just want everybody to know that Bree loves space.
Space is great.
Space
is the place.
Go watch the shows we told you to go watch. You'll have fun. Bye, everybody. Out.